A big move is a big thing. I live in Dubai and most of my clients are expats, and I see a lot of adjustment difficulty as people struggle to settle in after a big move. In this video, I'm going to talk about why change is hard and why big moves in particular have specific challenges that may be difficult to negotiate. And then I'm going to give you 5 helpful tips to help you to cope with a big move if that's what you're facing. And even if you've already moved, this might be helpful in sorting out why you feel the way that you feel and why it's hard. All change is hard. It is not possible to do something new without giving up something. So change leads to a kind of grief, actually, because when you say hello to something new, you say goodbye to something past. And that brings up pain, it brings up all kinds of feelings, which is completely normal, it's completely okay. My name is Karen, I'm a clinical psychologist, and my mission is to bring mental health and therapy tips into everyone's home for anyone who can use them. If it's the first time that you've left people behind, it's really hard, but sometimes when it's not the first time, it's even harder in a different way. You start to wonder if you'll ever settle down. And if it's the first time that you're leaving, you may wonder if everyone in the old place is going to forget about you. You may be leaving people that you really care about behind. A big move is always out of your comfort zone. And you are going to be facing something unfamiliar. You're going to live in a new place, you're going to see different things, you're going to hear different things, you're going to eat different food, and you may be anxious about whether you're going to like that, whether you're going to fit in, whether you're going to be comfortable, whether you're going to be able to find your way around. These are all very normal anxieties that are associated with a big move. If you have children, you may have huge amounts of admin facing you. You have to think about schools for them to move into. You have to think about finding a house and accommodation and all of these kinds of things. Maybe you'll stay in a hotel at the beginning, or maybe you're on a tight budget and you need to find somewhere that is affordable really quickly, but you have no idea where to start. You may not speak the language of the place that you're going to. You may not be familiar with the culture. And of course, every place has a different culture. Even if you're moving to a different city within the same country, you may find a very different culture to the one you just left behind and the one that you're familiar with. If this is a move that you've done many times, if you're a third culture kid, or if you're someone who moves a lot as a result of their work, then you may feel exhausted at the thought of having to start again, of having to do the whole process all over again. So if you resonate with any of these scenarios, and even if you don't, even if you're just filled with excitement at the thought that you're going to go somewhere new and you're going to try something new and you're going to see something hopefully amazing, these 5 tips will help you to cope better and adjust better when you get there. Tip number 1 is say goodbye properly to the place that you are leaving and to the people that you are leaving. In other words, have a farewell party, meet people for coffee, catch up for the last time. If you're not going to see people for a long time, this is your opportunity. See them now. It is so good to reconnect and re-establish warm connections. It is hard to say goodbye, but a healthy goodbye is essential for you to have closure when you leave one place and to be able to enter the new place with an open heart. Say goodbye to your animals. Go to your favorite places and say goodbye to your favorite places. Go and eat dinner at your favorite restaurant for the last time, or go for a walk on your favorite beach. If you have children, this is especially important. They need the rituals of saying goodbye. Even if it's hard, it's going to be better for them to adjust when they get to the other side, to the new place. If you have small children, or even if you are attracted to this idea, then get together a little memory box. Gather some small, they need to be small because you're traveling, right? So gather small items from all your favorite places and all your favorite people to remember them by. It doesn't have to be important or big or expensive, but a tiny vial with sand in it from your favorite beach, or a handmade piece of jewelry like a friendship bracelet from your small child's best friend. Photographs, of course. These days our photos tend to get kind of lost in the millions of photos that we have on our phones and so on. If you're going to keep photos as part of your memory, then put them in a folder, a special folder. Tip number 2 is plan. Hope for the best, of course, but prepare for the worst. Instead of having what-if scenarios circling around in your mind and making you feel bad and anxious, what if I don't make friends? What if I hate the food? What if I can't find anywhere to live? What if I can't find a job? What if my children hate their new school? What if my children miss their friends and cannot settle in? These kinds of things. Sit down and brainstorm them. Use your brain's natural tendency to find the negatives in everything. And that's an evolutionary thing. We were designed to evaluate threats and defend against threats and to find problems, to protect us, to help us to survive. So from an evolutionary perspective, when your brain does that to you, your brain is trying to protect you. So utilize that. Brainstorm every possible thing that could go wrong. Write it down without judgment. And then plan for it. What if you don't make any friends? What will you do? How will you handle it? What if you can't find anywhere to live? What if you hate the food? What if you get sick? If you put plans in place to help you in the event that something goes wrong, you will be well prepared and you will feel so much safer and so much more secure and confident to negotiate your new surroundings. So, research your new location. Check it out. Find out what the emergency numbers are. Put them in your phone. Find out what apps you're going to need. Watch YouTube videos from people who've moved there and see what they have to say about it. Check out the local accommodation. Join Facebook groups. There are normally expat Facebook groups in almost every city. If you're going to university or if you're going to a place to work, if you have a job already there, then do some research ahead, meet some people, set up Zoom calls and set yourself up for the best and smoothest possible entry into your new environment. Of course, it's not possible to plan for every eventuality, but having brainstormed your worst case scenarios and prepared as best you can is an excellent way to prepare yourself to be comfortable wherever you go. It is well worth researching the culture of the place that you're going to and finding out if there are particularly offensive things that you might do because you didn't know about them, and they may not be offensive in your country, in your culture, but they could be taken very, very badly by the local culture. Pay the country that you're going to the respect of doing some research and checking out their language, their culture, and their practices. Take the time to learn a few basic phrases. It doesn't take long. It is easy to pick up just a few basic phrases. If you know how to say hello, goodbye, where's the bathroom, thank you very much, how much does this cost? These kinds of simple phrases will make your life so much easier, and people really appreciate when you've taken the time to learn a few words of their language, just even a little bit. Tip number 3 is lower your expectations. It's going to be hard. Of course it's going to be hard. Why wouldn't it be hard? Life is always full of surprises, and some of them are amazing and some of them are really difficult. Do not think that you are just going to smoothly slide into wherever you're going, and it's going to be absolutely problem-free. Because of course it's not. How could it? It's okay if sometimes things are difficult. It's okay if sometimes you feel scared or lonely or sad or anxious or insecure. You feel these things normally anyway, right now in the environment where you are in your comfort zone. So when you move and you go somewhere different, it is likely that you are going to feel those things at least some of the time also. And it is likely that you are going to run into some kinds of difficulties here and there. You will work them out, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to be hard at times. So lower your expectations of yourself and of the place that you're going. Expect less and be pleasantly surprised when good things happen, rather than going with high expectations and be disappointed when the place and the people that you're going to don't exactly meet up to your expectations. And then you miss the pleasant surprises because maybe you don't even notice them because you're so disappointed that things aren't working out exactly as you hoped they would. Tip number 4 is go into a new country with an attitude of curiosity. Be interested, be eager, and explore, because this is an opportunity. Change is hard, but change is also amazing, and travel is amazing, and it's an opportunity for you to experience new things and to meet new people and to develop as a person and to grow. Travel is an amazing way to bring your attention away from the thoughts and habits and routines cycling around inside your head and bring you into the now. It makes you hyper aware of the present moment. You see things, you smell things, you engage. Because you're in a new environment, you haven't had a chance to internalize everything and for everything to become prosaic and normal. Embrace that, explore, and do so with an open heart, an open mind, and an attitude of curiosity. Eat local. The best restaurants are always the restaurants that are chock-a-block with local people. That is where you are going to find the best local food, and it is probably going to blow you away. Why not explore? Try and make friends with somebody who lives in the place that you're moving to. Try and get to know someone who is from a different culture to you, a different religion, who speaks a different language. Engaging with the people around you is only going to be good for you, and it is only going to lead you to interesting and possibly amazing experiences. Tip number 5 is give it time. It's not going to take you 2 minutes to adjust to a new environment. It's going to take you quite a while. Some people adjust really quickly, they adapt really, really easily and smoothly, and other people not so much. It doesn't matter which one you are. It matters that you go at your own pace and you give yourself permission to travel and to experience at your own pace. As a rule of thumb, in my experience, it takes at least 3 months in a new place before you know your way around and you feel comfortable and you know where everything is and you know how everything works. It takes a good 6 months before you start feeling that it's easy to find your way around and that you've made friends and you're feeling more settled. And it takes a year before you feel like this is home. The research does say that in terms of all change, the first year is generally the year with the most challenges in terms of adjustment. If you are moving to a new country or a new city, give yourself time to adapt and to adjust. This is a bonus tip. When you do return home, or if you do go back to the place that you left or you grew up or whatever it might be, you should also prepare yourself for a little bit of re-entry shock, is what I call it. You've gone to live and work in another country, or you've gone off to travel for a year, or backpacking, or whatever it might be. You look forward to going home and to everything that is familiar and everything that you know and all the people that you love. But you are different. Everything else may have changed, but it's more or less the same. But you are not the same, because travel changes you. And these big experiences, like adjusting and moving to a different country or different city, have a big impact on you. You will have grown and you will be different, and you may no longer connect with the people that were in your hometown or your home country in the same way. You may not connect with them, and you may no longer be on the same page. That's okay, but be prepared for that. If you've enjoyed this video, then please click the like button and the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I would really appreciate it, and I really hope to see you back here again. If you have any questions for me, then let me know in the comments.